How interesting. We'll finish this fast. I'll do it. Run if you can. Eyes on them. Have a safe trip to the other side. It's my turn. Run if you can. No chance. Have a safe trip to the other side. Sound good. Valkyrie, judgment. This is the power of the Valkyrie.
안녕, 나 왔어요. 좋아, 수동 준비 완료. 와, 대박. 안녕, 반가워.
It's just business as usual. Let's open it. It's open. Strike! Tearing through. Time for a counterattack. He's stronger than I imagined. Win. I'll shred you! It's no use. It's over. White flames.
Winds of heaven!
Time for a counterattack. Let's try. It's over.
You've drawn the star.
Rage on. The enemy is pretty strong. I see it all. Too slow. I'll shred you! Time for a counterattack. I see it all. Enough flash. You can't avoid it! An opening. Comes thunder! I still have a long way to go. Let's try. You can't avoid it! I see it all. Too slow. Comes thunder! An opening. I'll shred you.
You've drawn the star.
There's been a change in the atmosphere. It's over. Enough, but it's no use. Arise. This will really help me grow. I see it all. Too slow. Comes thunder! Time for a counterattack.
You've drawn the star.
He's all mine. I see it. It's no use. You can't avoid it! This is the end! Flash!
You've drawn the star.
Time for a counterattack. Too slow. Enough of that was nothing.
real fun now.
Let's try. You can't avoid it!
You've drawn the star.
Tearing through! Rage on. An opening! I see it all. It's no use. I'll shred you! This is the end! Too slow. Comes thunder! You can't avoid it! Time for a counterattack. This will really help you grow. Rage on.
You've drawn the star.
It's over. Counterattack. Too slow.
Alas.
gonna change. I'll shred you! Flash! I still have a long way to go. This will really help me grow. I see it all. Rage on.
You've drawn the star.
The enemy is pretty strong. Time for a counter. Too slow. It's over. I'll end this. I see it all. Time for a counterattack. An opening. Thunder Dragon, ascend. Arise. Time to warm up. Time for a counterattack. Rage on. He's stronger than I imagined. Too slow. You can't avoid me. I'll end this. I see it all. Time for a counterattack. An opening.
You've drawn the star.
Tearing through. There's been a change in the atmosphere. Enough with the jokes. Time for a counterattack. Let's try. Comes thunder! Time for a counterattack. It's no use. It's over. I see it all. Time for a counterattack. Too slow.
You've drawn the star.
Comes thunder! I'll end this! That was nothing.
drawn the star.
This will help me grow. I see it all. An opening! Thunder Dragon, the seventh. He's stronger than I imagined. Let's try. Time for a counterattack. I see it all. An opening! Time for a counterattack. I'll shred you! It's no use. Rage on. This is the end. There's been a change in the atmosphere. Divide! I still have a long way to go.
안녕. 좋아.
와, 대박.
안녕. 반가워.
interesting. Let's end this. We're more than capable of I'll lead us to victory. We'll finish this fast. Fascinating. There's an opening. Ready to run? Fascinating. No chance. I will. Here's a treat. I'll run you through. Destroy them all. Nothing. We'll finish this fast. Ready to run? I'll finish things quickly. Fascinating. Let's go. Your life is mine. Have a safe trip to the other side. That's it. No chance. Speed boost! Firing! Scramble! Eyes on them. I'll use all my strength! No forgiveness! It was close! Ow! It was close! I'll run you through! Valkyrie, judgment! The end's in sight! Have a safe trip to the other side. Have a safe trip to the other side. so take up the crowd. 멀어져있지 darkness 펼쳐지는 shadows. Are you ready? 평탄 끝에 rising 멈출 수 없는 level에서 다시 light my way. 부딪혀 this system watch me to the top. I'm not going to lie.
With the Amex Gold Card, every meal is a reward, earning you 4 times membership rewards points at restaurants and U.S. supermarkets. That's an opportunity in every bite, sip, slice, and scoop. Whether you decide to stay in or go all out. Earn rewards on everyday meals with the Amex Gold Card.
Hi, where are you?
Hey, I can't make it. I have a board meeting.
Hey, BMW, text Chris. Busy with the performance review.
I'm not gonna make it in today. Yeah, I'm actually working with a new trainee. Oh, sit!
This summer, make your own plans in the ultimate driving machine. Find yours at the BMW Summer Sales Event on now. Lease the 2025 BMW i4 eDrive 40 for $399 per month.
Before the 2008 crash, the luxury market absolutely froze in the car market. People that have money to be able to afford stuff like this, they're not spending their money, so this stuff is not moving. And in the lower end segment of the market, just like mine, I'm a used car dealer. I sell cars that are $5,000 and under, and business has been very, very, very slow. And here we go, let's check this out. I just want to highlight a little more of this insanity right here. This is a BMW's 2025. It's a 740i sedan, $103,000. My goodness, I would assume that there's quite a few of you watching this that have bought a house that costs less than this car does. So I'm here at Audi, and just to give you an example of this, the Audi S6 has a 482-day supply, while the Audi A6 has a 409-day supply. This is absolutely insane. So I'm here at Audi, and I just want to show you all around me right here. This is probably the most common car that they have at this dealership. Maybe some of the small SUVs, but as far as the sedans go, these are the A5s, and I wanted to show you a price of this one right here. White one, looks good, right? 4-door sedan, whatever kind of car, right? It's a 2025 Audi A5 Quattro. Price on this thing, right at $60,000. Absolutely insane. So I just walked by this, and this thing is bad, and I haven't seen very many of them out in the wild, but I wanted to check it and show you the actual price of it. This is a 2025 LX700H. Price on this thing, $118,000. $118,000. Absolutely insane, but it is, I think, bad. And always when I'm here, I want to check a lot of these vehicles, but this RX 350 is one that I really like personally. So let's take a look and see what the price is on this thing. This is a 2025 RX 350, and the price is $50,825. And here's what I want to highlight with this. Well, you can go to something similar in Audi, in Mercedes-Benz, in BMW, where you're having the top end of the luxury market, and something a similar size to this right here is going to cost you more than what Lexus is selling this RX 350 for. And in a large way, I think this is why Lexus, being that luxury brand, can still appeal to the middle to the upper middle class, because you can get an SUV that's $50,000. That's very nice. It's got that Lexus name, it's got that reliability, and it's very difficult for Mercedes, for Audi, for BMW to be able to compete with something like this. See this Mercedes-Benz dealer right behind me, and I'll throw the camera around in just a second so you can see this. But they are absolutely stacked with inventory, and this is we're not so far removed from every dealer screaming to their manufacturer, get me more vehicles, get me more vehicles, get me more vehicles. And it's so interesting how quickly this can turn on a dime in the car market, where you have no production coming to a lot of these dealerships. They need inventory, and now, okay, we got to turn down inventory because now we have so much inventory that we can't sell through what we have. So I'm at Lexus right now, and I wanted to come out here because it seems like Lexus, as in my mind, is a luxury brand, is not having the same kind of issues that you're seeing from an Audi. And I don't know if it's because, even though they are a luxury brand, maybe they're hitting the top tier of the middle class, or if it's a brand thing where they have a name that's still carrying through. But also I know that Toyota, who makes Lexus, they were able to keep their production levels down, and this can help their dealer body. I mean, you can look over here. I mean, empty spots over there too, where you see that Lexus is not actually getting overrun at their dealerships like a lot of these other manufacturers are doing. And I think in large part too, it's just because the name of Lexus. You think Lexus, you think quality, you think longevity. I mean, it comes along with that Toyota name too. They're linked with Toyota, and in my opinion, the best car that you can buy on the market is a Toyota. And then when you're getting the upscale realm of buyers, the luxury realm of buyers, well, that's probably going to carry through to the name like Lexus. And this is why I think Lexus is winning in a big way when all these other manufacturers in the luxury realm of things are leading. And the overall market weakness is something that we could easily see, right? So we have an average MSRP right now of over $51,000, and this is for the whole market. This is for your average family, this is for your luxury buyer, this is for anyone who wants to buy a vehicle in this market. Their average price they're going to be paying is $51,000, and we break that out. The monthly payments are absolutely insane, and on a $51,000 car, we'll show you the actual monthly payment right now from what you can put into just a regular auto loan calculator. And when you break out that monthly payment, when you have people that are paying rent, when you have people that are paying for groceries, insurance, everything that goes along with owning a car and just living in general, the average family cannot do that right now. And that's a big problem for this car market, and it's one that's going to persist as long as these MSRPs stay as high as they are. Now, that's not the actual transaction price that's going through the market. You can absolutely get cars lower than MSRP right now, but even the 5, 10, maybe 15%, or some of the really struggling brands, you can get 20% off MSRP. Even when you bring that down to those amounts, it's still unobtainable for the average family. And it's not only hitting these luxury brands, it's not only hitting these buyers that have lots of money. They're seeing this in the market and they're holding on to the money, but it's getting to a place where the average consumer, they're not just holding on to their money, they literally can't spend any money because they don't have it. Most people are broke. And if you have broke people come in here and try to buy a $50,000 car at any one of these dealerships, they're going to get turned away. Credit is becoming a problem because people just can't afford to be able to pay these outrageous prices for a lot of these vehicles. And it's often quite funny. You'll get a tale of two cities depending on who you're talking to in the car market. You can have someone who's like a salesman at a Lexus dealership or a Toyota dealership saying, I mean, I'm watching all these videos where talking about the slowness in the market, day supply going up, but we're selling the lights out. We're still selling everything that we get. And we can't keep a Toyota Camry. We can't keep a RAV4. We can't keep a lot of these Lexus that are sitting out here. What are you talking about, Brandon? And then on the other end of the spectrum, you get somebody from Audi. I don't know if you can see the symbol over there, but you get someone from Audi, that the salesperson there, and be like, oh, Brandon, he's preaching the truth, brother. Man, I sold 3 cars this whole week. And 2 years ago, I was selling 12 to 15 a week. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to keep my job. I'm not making the kind of money I need to make anymore. And it's just a different experience right now in the car market. And even going dealer to dealer, for used car dealers like myself, I can talk to some buy here, pay here dealers that work in the mid-tier space who they didn't do as great in the last 2 or 3 years because people had a lot of money to be able to actually go out and buy better cars than what they're offering. But now they're killing it because no one can go and get a loan anymore because they just don't have the credit, they don't have the income that they were having like a year or 2 years ago when a lot of money was just flowing in the system. And so they're reduced to go into a buy here, pay here dealer and paying 20 to 25% interest because they can't get approved anywhere else. And you see that in a place like CarMax too, who writes a lot of their own loans, are able to approve people that a Ford dealership or a Lexus dealership or a Toyota dealership can't get approved. And CarMax absolutely killing it right now. Carvana is going to kill it in this environment just because they're able to set their own prices because they can write a lot of their own loans. And it's just crazy how you can see different environments behaving so much differently in the same niche, where you'd have certain brands, you have certain dealerships, you have certain niches in the car market that are either suffering or killing it right now. And these are things that you can look at in the system and see as telltale signs. As if you see luxury brands, okay, not selling as much, days of inventory sitting longer. Well, people who have money probably holding on to it. You see places like CarMax, Carvana, you see buy here, pay here dealers killing it. Well, maybe it's because people can't get loans because their credit is so tapped out that they have to go to these predatory places to be able to get a loan. And when they go and get that loan, they're paying 20, 25% interest on that loan because they can't get a loan anywhere else. Well, that means people are probably tapped out. It means their credit's probably extended too much. We're probably seeing a lot of auto loan delinquencies. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. All of this is set up for a very bad thing, but you can take all of these different clues, who's doing good, who's doing bad, to see how people are spending their money, how they're able to spend their money, and if they're able to actually even buy something. These are things that we can look at in the car market and see how the broader economy is going in general. So something that we're seeing right now is something that we saw right before the 2008 crash. And now, no, I'm not predicting another 2008 level crash on us, but I just want to highlight what's going on in the car market and the weakness that we're seeing. So before a big downturn, what you see is you see people, the top income earners, well, they're aware of the situation. They're aware of how much uncertainty there is in the market, so they hold on to their money. So what do you see? Well, the cars that they buy, the BMWs, the Mercedes, the Audi that's over there, you see that they hold on to more of their money, and these vehicles tend to sit a lot longer before a big downturn is going to occur. And then on the other side, you see my end of the market. I'm a car dealer, sells cars that are $5,000 and under. You see the people who are broke. Well, typically, in any kind of market, they can still figure out how to get enough money to be able to buy one of my cars. Got a truck coming. But when it gets really bad, what you see is these people that are broke, well, they get broker. They go from being broke to going into survival mode. And this gets to be a point where now they can't even afford the ability to buy any kind of transportation, even to get them to work, because any available funds that they have go straight to buying groceries, to feeding their families, to paying for their housing. So my end of the market gets hit hardest of any of the markets that are out there. And we're seeing both of those dynamics. Me at my car lot, we're seeing a big slowdown. And then at these luxury dealers, we're seeing day supply of inventory continually going up each and every day. So once you check out this lot all behind me right here, that full row, we got some cars over here. And then we got multiple rows behind this this row of SUVs right here. This is at a Lexus dealer, and all of these vehicles right here are used. Here's the thing that I want to touch on. So we've had Toyota and we've had Lexus that manufacturer really hasn't gotten the product to these dealers the way that they have been able to actually sell through. This was by design for Lexus and Toyota, and they were able to keep prices high because the inventory was absolutely low. Some, for a lot of people, say artificially low. They cut a lot of production to their dealers, and we saw that in the U.S., and you didn't see it in other parts of the world. But whatever's happening behind the scenes through that over the last 2 or 3 years, you're seeing that dealerships just like this are forced to buy more used inventory. And this hurts the whole ecosystem, because if you get the manufacturer that's actually making more money on their end because they're limiting the production to the dealers, well, it hurts these dealers right here because they're not able to sell as many new vehicles to consumers, and then they're forced to go and find other means to be able to go buy vehicles so they can sell their used vehicles now to these consumers at their new franchise dealership. So then the next step down, well, it hurts those used car dealers that want to buy stuff just like this. I mean, this is a 2025.
As a small business owner, ever wish you had more time to focus on growing your business? Try Intuit QuickBooks. QuickBooks brings key business tools under one roof with automated bookkeeping, payments, and payroll, and AI-powered tools to help you save time and stay organized. Plus, QuickBooks is designed to grow with you with trusted experts available for help or to take things off your plate. Visit QuickBooks.com and get 90% off for 3 months. Grand Power, helping you buy better.
As a Ford owner, you have the choice to get your vehicle serviced at our place or your place.
Thank you so much.
Come to your Ford dealer or choose complimentary Ford pickup and delivery or mobile service, and we'll come to you. That's ownership built around you.
But it's used. You have a 2024 over there, 2022s. You have those up-tier dealers that move in these newer Lexus that are used. Well, now they can't buy those vehicles because all these dealers are keeping them, or even worse, they're going to the auction and they're running them up because a dealership like this that has this big, beautiful building and consumers come here, they expect to pay more. So those Lexus dealers can actually sell their used product for a more expensive price than what a used dealer can do that for. So that means these new franchise dealers can actually pay more on a wholesale level than a lot of us used car dealers can. So we just can't even compete with them. So that takes that level, that tier of the higher scale dealer that does luxury, newer used vehicles. Well, that kicks them down a tier. And then those mid-range dealers that were buying that kind of stuff, well, now their prices go up because they can't compete with those luxury dealers that probably have nicer facilities than they do and can sell for a premium of what those dealers, well, then now they get kicked down. And then it goes all the way down the totem pole there until it gets to my range. I'm a car dealer, sell $5,000 and under. So as these dealers get kicked down the pole here, then at the end, well, my cars even get more expensive. So you can see how this whole ecosystem connects to each other, where if you have the top tier of dealers that continuously just go down and buy and pay more for these used vehicles, it creates the whole market increase. It creates more pressure for buying these quality used cars in each and every level, and it ends up being that I have to pay more for my used cars because this Lexus dealer is paying more for these kind of used vehicles, and that means that I have to charge more for the cars that I'm selling because when I go to auction, I have to pay more for them. It's a big frustration that we've had over the last 3 or 4 years, but it's a good sign that we're seeing even Lexus get more inventory. We're seeing their vehicles sit for longer, and it's a good thing for the whole market. It's good for you, the buyer. It's good for the dealers right here, and it's good in my opinion for the manufacturers because they're able to get more product out to these dealerships. I know they wanted to keep their margins up, but I really think that as they move more to volume, they're able to move more vehicles. There's more money in their pockets, and I know margins are good. More margins are good for shareholders, but if you sacrifice all of your volume because you're trying to make some more money, it's a bad setup for the whole car market in general.
More outdoors. More, oh yeah, more peace of mind. All Mazda. See how much more you get at Mazda today.
Take advantage of this exceptional offer at Garden City Mazda.
Hyundai Palisade versus Honda Pilot. Look what Palisade has and what Pilot doesn't. Hyundai Palisade wins every time.
Walking make the crowd go crazy. Make the crowd go crazy. Walking like you're about to get paid, yeah.
Hakuna Matata, come on, baby.
Not selling on my lot. And for you, that means prices are going to come down. And on a lot of these cars that you see behind me, we've marked them down $500, $1,000, and we still can't get them to move. Some of them we've even got to the point where we're breaking even and they still won't sell. It's been so slow for us lately that I haven't bought a single car in 2 weeks. Yeah, check this out. So all these cars up here are for sale, and down here where we park our cars for recon, ghost town, right? All our cars are ready up there because we've actually had time to get them ready. We haven't been turning and burning, and it's a good thing right now, but I mean, I would rather see way more cars down here than I would up here, because this right here means I'm not selling anything. But even with all of this going on, I don't want you to buy a car from me right now. In fact, I don't want you to buy a car from any car dealer right now, because I believe it's going to get much, much worse for us. And later on in this...
Talk about reverse psychology. That was a good one. Do not buy a car from me. Here's something that is kind of odd to me, something I never really understood, and that's gay people. No, I'm just kidding. Right here. This is something I kind of want to point out. This will kind of make sense right here. So, I think, like, psychologically, when you see a car for $2,500, usually you think, piece of shit. Like, nobody wants it. That's why it's so cheap.
I don't know what he's
I'm not
trying to
tripping
do,
here.
but
Not
don't
to
let your
mention,
guard down.
you know, we're scared of
Attack him
100,000
again,
miles.
you can't avoid.
Don't bullshit. When you hear your cars, like, when somebody goes, how many miles you got, and you say anything over 100,000, they're going, oh shit. It's as if the car's done. Not to mention, when you see a car for $2,500, I'm assuming the mileage is pretty fucked. Just throwing that out there. Just saying, dude. Like, people would rather take $2,500 and put it down on a $25,000 car. And I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but what I'm saying is I think that might be a big reason why these cars aren't selling like they normally would. Just throwing it out there. I could be tripping. Anyways, fast forward. Back to him telling us not to buy a car. I love that. It's good salesmanship.
I had almost no cars on my lot left to sell, and that was right after tax time. And now look, we have a lot full of cars. During this time of year, I never have this many vehicles. We have been extremely slow, and we've marked down stuff to $2,500, and even that stuff is not moving right now. And it's been crazy to see that the market can change just like that, just in 4 months. And I feel like things are going to get a lot worse for me here at my car dealership. We have a lot more slow times ahead of us. Even $2,500 cars are not selling here at my car dealership. So what have we been doing? We've actually been slashing a lot of our prices every single week. We're marking down just about everything by about $500. And a lot of these cars that are out here, we're actually getting to the point where we're around break even on a lot of these cars, because they're just not moving. It's been very difficult for us to navigate. And here's the thing, if we have them sit another month or so, then a lot of these cars, we're going to get to the point where we're actually losing money on it. Why would you do that, Brandon? Well, because at auction right now, prices have gone down so much that, okay, cars that we can buy now or even a month from now are going to be a lot cheaper than a lot of these cars that we actually bought a month ago, 2 months ago. And we want to make sure that we're staying ahead of the market. And it's going to be a big pain point for us to try to move with the market when the market's constantly going down, because every one of the cars that I could go buy right now, bring to my lot, is going to compete with every one of the cars that are sitting out here. Give you an example, I mean, this Kia right here, we've got $4,000 on this car. We probably paid somewhere around $3,000 for it. We try to make about $1,000 a car. But if I go into the auction next week in the same car, I can go buy for $2,200, $2,300 or whatever and bring it to my lot. Well, now I can price that car for $3,500. Even if it was the same exact car, that car is going to be now competing with this car. So I have to lower the price on this car, because who in their right mind would come buy the same car for more money on my lot? We are about to the point where we're running out of space. This is a setup for disaster for a lot of car dealers. Now for us, we're lucky because we pay cash for everything that we purchase, but a lot of other car dealers aren't in that same situation. They actually finance a lot of their purchases. So if they're going through the same kind of situation that I'm going through, where they're buying cars and they're buying them at a greater clip than they're actually selling them, they're out here sitting on their lot, then they're paying interest every single month that those cars sit, and that's going to increase the cost of their cars. And here's the thing, the values of the cars are going down, so at some point they're going to hit that tipping point like what I'm seeing right here, and I don't even pay interest on my cars, where they're going to have more money in a lot of these cars than they're actually worth, and they can actually sell to a retail customer. And that's how a lot of car dealers get burned, and that's how a lot of car dealers can go out of business. Because you got to keep in mind, for a lot...
No, dude.
Style and substance. In the GMC Sierra. Or current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $11,000 on this Sierra 1500 model.
Think about that. Wait. Think about that for a second. Not only are people financing cars, but the dealership is financing the cars. That's fucking genius. That's brilliant. Not to mention, I do think that like most people should probably be shopping on this guy's lot. And I'm not just talking shit, like that's not really what I mean, but who really, even if you did have $5,000, right? Think about it like this. Even if you had five grand, are you really going to go be responsible and buy this Chevy here for $3,500? That's what I want to know. Like, is the average person really going to go do that? Or are they going to take the same $3,500 and go put it on a $25,000 car? Just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing that out there, because that seems to be the move. That's going to continue to happen. I feel like this secondhand car market is either going to A, explode in the next 5 years, or B, almost be completely gone. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to make bold claims, but I feel like the more and more we're used to subscription-based living, which would be a car payment, I feel like the less and less of these that we are going to see. They'll always be around. I'm not saying there's not going to be a market for it, but as big as the market should be for these kind of cars, it's going in the opposite direction. And that's just me looking around when I'm driving around town. I see less and less beaters, if you would say. I pay attention to these things. Anyways.
These car dealers, they don't have money to begin with, so when they go and borrow the money and then they have to pay more money on top of that, well, it's going to be a situation where they can actually get their cars repoed. We're seeing a lot more of that right now. I see a lot more floor plan cars show up at these car dealer auctions that I go to, and it's because a lot...
Dude, the car dealerships getting their cars repoed, that's how you know it's legit. I'm telling you, the secondhand car market's going to either explode or it's going to completely dissolve. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Of dealers are in a lot of pain right now. I'm feeling pain right now, and I don't finance any of my cars. We are still selling some cars, and there's some car dealers out there that are so overpriced because they pay too much that they're selling zero cars. This is the thing, when I'm going and talking to a lot of other car dealers at these auctions, they're all saying the same thing. Man, we're dead. We're not selling anything. Man, I didn't sell a car last week. And here's the biggest pain point for me is that I know if I go to auction right now, if I've went over the last week or so, then prices would be lower than they were a month ago. So all these cars that I bought about a month ago, well, I can go get the same thing cheaper right now. But
you know what? Something I just thought about. That's probably how most people are thinking right now. That's how I'm thinking when it comes to buying a house, even a car. I'm not going to buy a car till next year if I decide to get one. I'm cool with my cars right now. I don't need a new car, right? I would like a new truck. Not new, but used. But even the housing, why would I buy a house now? Knowing that next year, it's probably going to be cheaper. So maybe that is a big point on why people aren't pulling the trigger. Maybe it's working. Because if this guy's got to take... Imagine this dude takes $500 off of a $3,000 car. That's 20% off. That's like a car dealer taking 20% off a $50,000 car at a big dealer. That's 10 grand off. That's huge. I mean, do you want to make $10,000 less on your deal? Probably not. Anyways, I'm just throwing that out there. It does make sense when you think about it like that.
I can't be in a business that is buying twice as many cars as I'm selling. That's just a recipe for disaster for me and for my capital. So I have to sell through product before I can even go back to the auction to load up again. And it's a big pain point for me right now because I want to be at the auction buying what I see as deals right now. And we just can't, because if there's no buyers on the other side, well, what are we going to do? Are we going to rent out a storage lot? Are we going to go store 150 cars somewhere? When I know that 3 or 4 months from now, prices are going to be cheaper than what they are right now. So I'm kind of stuck at this point. And it's a situation I've really never lived before in the car market. I've been doing this now, 13 plus years? Maybe coming up on 14 years at this point. I've never been in the situation where I have $2,500 cars, $3,000 cars sitting on the lot. Good cars, in my opinion, than better cars.
There's just something psychologically that I think most people have where you see a $3,000 car and you just think to yourself, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Why is it $3 grand? It sounds like you don't want it. Not to mention, I want to say most people can afford a $3,000 car.
If I'm not human, what am I?
Did you even think about it? Was it blue skies from her? Did you see the world from your side?
This ship collected specimens. 5 new life forms from distant planets. Monsters.
We don't lock them down, it will be too late.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens. Shop weekly deals at your store or at walgreens.com.
I have faith that people can do that. Although they'd rather take the same $3,000 and just put it down on a new car. I get that too. That sounds better. Who doesn't want a new car? But here's the problem is that even if they wanted to, he couldn't even finance this if he wanted to. What would your payments be? $40 a month? You know what I mean? Imagine if it got to the point, what do you guys honestly think? If they put these $3,000 cars, right? These $3,000 cars, and you were able to finance this. I guess people do finance their iPhone. What is it, 20 bucks a month? If you could finance a $3,000 car and you showed up and you put $40 down and your payments were 25 bucks for 5 years, maybe people would actually finance these. But then again, I don't think they would. I think there is a pride. I truly believe there is some kind of pride when it comes to cars. I personally don't give a shit. I really don't care. I'll drive the hoopty. I'm just that guy. But I think most people, there is a pride, a thing. They, what kind of car do you drive? It says what kind of man you are. And I really believe that. And also, if people know the prices are going to go down, why would they buy them? I get that. We got them in a stronghold, guys. It's working. You could possibly get this $3,000 car for $50.
Than what I've had even 4 months ago when they were moving. I have better quality cars right now than I did back then, and these cars are just sitting and not being sold. It's a very, very weird situation for me to try to navigate because this is one I've never lived before.
Not to mention, you're telling people on the internet by the masses not to buy cars right now because it's going to get cheaper. Not a good look. I'm just kidding. I like this guy. Just fucking around.
And for a lot of these new car dealers, these franchise dealers, it's even worse than what we're dealing with right now. And that's because they had so much pull forward in demand over the last 3-4 months because of people trying to get ahead of tariffs. So what happened is all those consumers that were thinking about buying, maybe in the middle of summer, well, they all walked ahead of the potential of all these price increases that were coming into the market. And you can see it. Put it down in the comments. You work at a new car store. Tell me how busy you are. And everyone liked those comments, so it pushes them up to the top. So we can kind of get a gauge of what some of these salespeople are dealing with. All the ones that I've talked to, very, very, very slow. Some Stellantis stores right now. There's a Stellantis store that's very close to me, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, and they will go through days where they do not sell a single retail car on their now the commercial is still doing okay from what I've heard, but there's been days where they don't sell. It's bad for my car dealership to not sell a single car, and look how small this car dealership is. But for a big franchise dealer to go through a day and not sell a car to a customer, that is a setup for disaster for a lot of the...
Okay, let's go to the comment section. I also do believe, I'll leave the rest of this video down below so you can finish it out. Encourage you to go check out, I think his name is Randy. Could be wrong. Cars question answered. Let's go to the comment section. I think a big thing, though, piece of shit. I think another big thing, too, though, is like, if you do have a big car payment, a lot of people are just sick of it. You know, normally people would have their car 3 to 5 years, go trade it in, keep that car payment cycle going. But I don't think they're doing it. They're not going to do it anymore. I think they're tired of it. And one, they just can't afford it any longer, right? But then again, is somebody that's driving a newer, let's say Tahoe, or a BMW, or a Dodge Charger, gonna want to go and buy a $5,000 car and downgrade that far? My guess is no. Anyways, just throwing that out there. Maybe I'm tripping. It's hard to go backwards once you level up to a certain degree. It's hard to go backwards. Like we have this pride in us. And I'm not like exempt from this. That's why I just haven't leveled up my car game. I just keep driving just regulars. Well, I guess the Caddy's not regular, but you know, it's only a $9,000 car, so it's not that big of a deal. A lot of honesty for a car dealer. Nice to hear. Yeah, I thought that was so funny. Do not buy cars right now. They're overpriced. Not even for me. The car is almost 18 years old. I will never buy another car because I don't want to be ripped off. And I think a lot of people feel that way. You hear this a lot. Drive it till the wheels fall off. That's a big one. Crazy times. I walk into every dealership in my area in 2022 with a $45,000 check, and not one of them would do a deal. I'm having a hard time believing that. You could buy this guy's entire dealership for $45,000. So, I'm just kidding. I didn't even get a tax return this year. I had to pay in. Things are tight. Best of luck to everyone. Yeah, and a big part of this guy's racket is tax returns. You know what I mean? And not to mention, like I said before, if you get a $5,000 tax return, are you really going to go buy the 2004 Camry? Are you going to do it? You gonna do it? Probably not. You're probably gonna use that as a down payment, or you're gonna pay off credit card debt. This is showing us how bad the folks on the lower economic levels are struggling. Everyone is broke. No one even has money in their savings account anymore. I'm not gonna buy that. I don't think everybody's broke. But yeah, if I don't know, dude. It's so confusing. Let me see. I don't think people have the extra money to, because technically you can't even finance a $5,000 car, but you could finance a $20,000 car with $2,000 down. So even if you didn't have $5,000 to your name, but you had $2,000, you can't get the $5,000 car, but you can get the $20,000 car.
Hyundai Palisade versus Ford Explorer. Look what Palisade has and what Explorer doesn't. Hyundai Palisade wins every time.
Unsure how to price your rental properties competitively in this crazy market? Avail can help you out. Avail is a complete software solution made for landlords like you. With Avail, you can price your rental competitively. Get it rented fast. Receive applications and screen tenants. Sign a lawyer-reviewed lease. And securely collect rent, all online. Sign up for free today at avail.co and start